I can't carry anymore. I'm waiting for somebody else to carry me. There's nothing that's there for me at my door. All the people I know aren't who they used to be. And if I try to change my life one more day, there would be nobody else to save. And I can't change into a person I don't wanna be. So, oh, it's Saturday night. I pray for the wicked on the weekend. Mama, can I get another amen? Oh, it's Saturday night. Swear to God, I ain't never gonna repent. Mama, can I get another amen? Oh, it's Saturday night.
I feel like it's been 20 seconds.
I feel like it's been 20 seconds. Maybe you could double check real quick. Hey, production.
Apparently, we're.
Well, we are live now.
So
yeah. If you were watching this and have the link,
producer.
Oh yeah. What's up, MPX addicts? Welcome to MPX Rehab. I am your host, the hashtag certified Mark J. Williams, here with my co-host as ever,
The voice of the MPX addicts, Kyle Smith.
Hopefully this isn't too loud at this point, because I don't know, we do have the delay, and so we don't know until a little bit after whether we're good on that or not. But we're doing this live again. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you totally forgot that.
I totally forgot that. Yes, welcome to MPX Live, or MPX Rehab Live.
I was going to say, it's a certified Mark production.
Oh, yeah.
Already off the rails.
Absolutely. It's how we do it. We do it best that way, apparently. Our more popular shows are when things just completely go off the rails.
Exactly.
Oh, but man, oh man, what a week we have had here at Certified Mark Productions and MPX and whole nine yards. It's the last shows of the year.
Uh-huh.
And that was just, I mean, we got to kind of live a dream for a few moments.
Yeah, that was really fun, kind of unexpected. People will obviously see it Wednesday at noon, apparently, on the MPX network. But yeah, we got to go in the ring and host an award show. Yep. It's, something that I've only personally been asking to do for like 4 or 5 years, but we always did it on Facebook, and we've tried to have fan interaction before, and it never works. So we tried to do it ourselves, and I think that went okay. You apparently got I die.
I die. Just watch out for that.
But no, it was great. But no, even on Facebook, you got some slack because, you forgot this or you forgot that. And that is the problem with the award shows. But to me, the award shows it's to honor the ones that we remember the most. And it's also just, for me, and selfishly, it's to push the network sales. Oh, yes. I think it's no secret, and they're pretty honest about it. If it wasn't for the network, MPX may not be here. The network really did save.
Especially in 2020.
Yeah, for the COVID pandemic, the network really saved MPX.
So make sure you keep up with your network subscriptions. And if your friends are interested in wrestling and would like to watch it, get the scratch tickets for them too. I've already gotten it for 2 different people I know. And I'm making new addicts every time.
Exactly. And that's the thing. It's, when we were talked about, this is why I don't like doing them. Yeah, but look, we forget things, but that's why we go back. That's why we have the network, so we can go back and watch the stuff. Because one of the things I honestly forgot about, because it feels like it was so long ago, was Gino versus Barrett.
Yeah.
So
that was one of those ones where it's like, was that this year or was it the end of last year? Because it feels like everything that happened before the initial quarantine hit was 2019. Because, it was still felt like everything was going okay and everything was stable. And then suddenly, Destiny hits, and right after that, the world ends.
Yep. Let's just, I guess that's what happened when Dave won the title. Everything just shut down.
Yeah. Oh, and what shirt am I wearing today? Oh, fun.
It's,
if you happen to be watching, we miss you.
We were getting to that later.
And true.
That's just, we got to live a dream. yeah, you had some fun.
Oh yeah.
I thoroughly enjoyed it. My voice was shot Sunday.
Oh yeah. No, it's like so was mine because it's like while you were doing the yelling, I was doing like the bulk of just talking that whole time.
Yeah, they let you talk more. I was a little upset about that.
Well, like I've told other people, I try to play the actual straight man, the presenter, the mean Gene Okerlund, and everything like that, and you're the colorful one.
Exactly.
And it worked out really well.
No, it did. I actually had fun with it. I hope it turns out good. It looks, from the clips we've seen, it looks good.
It looks amazing.
And
that just goes to show honestly the production team of MPX. We really didn't get the chance to thank them on the award show, but there's like Sam Bragg, Ross Ward, Kristen Kirby, and Presley. Oh man, just you guys. The show wouldn't be what it is without y'all.
It really isn't. And, even, go ahead and throw Alex in there for the other cameraman, and security and everything else he does.
Alex, the everyman of the MPX.
He's done our ramps, our stairs. He's done everything for MPX. He truly is kind of like an unsung hero for them lately.
He got rid of the Holland T, which if you're on Facebook, you should really appreciate him for that.
Why you got to bring that up? Because that just brings up really bad memories for a lot of people.
Oh yeah. Hey, he's gone, or it's gone, or new gimmick, whatever. I don't care.
Who knows?
I'm done with that asshole.
I don't know. People thought it's you, and still think it's you.
I know. I was like, I don't know why people think it's me.
It's very much your sense of humor.
My sense of humor is more about puns and bad dad jokes, and maybe a few bit of perversion, but that's that's more private than anything else.
It's not very private at all, sir.
Okay, so in my circle of friends.
Anyways, yes, thank you to everyone who's run the lights and the sound and production and camera and all the quote unquote unsung heroes that end up making Saturday nights go on.
Oh yeah.
And even for us, I guess we can peel back a little bit. Presley's been a big help to us.
Presley Miller he's honestly, without him, the show wouldn't look anywhere near as good. I mean, these, for the most part, are his fault. And the fact
going live is his fault.
Us being able to go live like this is his fault. Otherwise, I'd be, spending every off moment from, my day job editing and then going to MPX or coming here to record or anything like that.
Yep.
Going live has saved me a whole lot of time, and now I'm actually starting to work on other projects I wanted to do.
Yep. So it's he's been a big help to us, and others have helped us. Jamie has really helped us a lot just by coming out and fucking with us. Yeah. But it's made us better.
And honestly, it's like Jamie, Kirby, Richard, honestly, we have so many people to thank for this, because now we're coming up on February 17th, 2018 was my first show. A couple of months later, that's when I started doing the written reviews and everything like that. And then February of 2019 is when we started doing our shows and everything. And from there, things have just progressed and gotten better. And well, here we are now, obviously.
Exactly.
And it's like
still a train wreck, but hey.
Oh yeah, but at least it's a train wreck that we have at least some idea of what we're doing,
and that some people enjoy.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you. Yes. Thank you to the addicts and the fans and the other marks and everything like that who actually take the time and watch this. Thank you to the guys who watch, the wrestlers, the workers, everything like that, because honestly, y'all are why we do it in the first place. I don't get me wrong. I like the addicts for the most part. He doesn't, but I do.
It's not that I don't like y'all. Some of y'all, y'all know who y'all are. You're kind of annoying. But
we really kind of did this, one, to stroke our own egos, and two, to, just kind of give something for the workers, something to let them know that, hey, there are fans out there who watch, who notice, the good stuff, the bad stuff, and everything in between. We notice, when you're trying to tell a story and everyone else is just like, oh, that match sucked. And we're like, no, it didn't.
There's reasons.
That happened for a reason. Or, it's like, or, some of us try to give reasons when things didn't go exactly to plan.
Or some of us just, want to talk about wrestling for hours. So
yeah, we do that a lot too.
I mean, something I've always wanted to do.
Mm-hmm. And honestly, Yeah, we could gush about this forever, probably. So let's go ahead and get to the show. MPX is frozen.
Well, before that,
yeah.
I did want to talk about, because obviously the wrestling world was hit really hard with the untimely passing of Brody Lee, John Huber, Luke Harper, whatever you know him as. I first knew him as Big Rig Brody Lee, and just was always enamored by him. Just one of the better big men, one of the most underused talents that I don't want to say WWE squandered, because he had a very good role in WWE. He kind of got stuck, and I think people realized when he left and he got this opportunity with AEW, just how talented he really was.
Yeah, and it's like the other problem is the fact that unfortunately he and Eric Rowan seem to trade off on who got injured and when, and everything like that, and that can really hamper. It's like we've seen it with Wade Barrett and everything. And it's like, it's not so much he was underutilized. I mean, he was, but not because they didn't like him, but because just things weren't aligning properly all the time.
And I think this is probably the first time, if not ever, I've actually been super excited to log on to Twitter, because every tweet I've seen is something positive about how good of a person he was, not just a wrestler. Everyone knew how good of a wrestler.
All the bigger WrestleTubers have said that. It's like, if there's any silver lining to the dark cloud that is John Huber's passing, it is the fact that, at least for the last week, the wrestling world has, or last few days, because this is Tuesday and y'all are watching live, this is the first time in a while that the wrestling world has come together to just be absolutely good to, they don't have to be a legend. They're just, he's just someone who was there with them.
Exactly. And it's, like I said, to see, not just the wrestler he was, because we all know how good he was, just the man he was, the father figure, the husband, just the person and friend he was. He's someone that is going to be missed in this world, not just by his peers, but everyone. He's the type of man this world needs and needed. Yeah. He's just, every story I'm hearing is phenomenal, and it makes me wish I could have shook his hand, just say thanks. Unfortunately, he's one of those I didn't get to, but man, he's someone that's going to be missed. And like I said, he's a person that the world needed, just by the way he was. Yeah. And I hope that, if anything, people can learn and try to be more like him.
Agreed. It's like the wrestling world as a whole could, the world as a whole could stand to be more like John Huber. And so, therefore, to the friends and family of John Huber, just Luke Harper, Brody Lee. Sorry, I'm a little broken up right now. It's like, honestly, to be perfectly honest, the Wyatt family is why I got back into wrestling. There was like a huge gap where I didn't care about pro wrestling for a bit, because I just got burned out by just the consistent, repetitive, unsatisfying stories I was seeing from WWE. Yes, call me a mark. Wait, I am the mark. But it's like, I have my opinion, and that's what it was. I didn't bitch online about, no, that's a lie.
I was going to say, you probably did.
I probably did. But it's like, I didn't take, obsess over it. I just like, you know what? I'm done. I'm not going to watch WWE anymore. And then I turn it on and I see the Shield. And I'm like, oh, that kind of reminds me of my friends and I back in our backyard days. And then it was like, they were kind of cool, but it was the Wyatt family and Luke Harper and Eric Rowan especially, that just made me, stand up and go, oh, looks like I'm watching wrestling again.
Exactly. So, and just, there are little things we can do to help. If you go to Pro Wrestling Tees, anything you buy from Brody Lee's shop goes straight to his family. CM Punk also said for the month, all his stuff, proceeds that you buy will go. And Mick Foley as well, I think, was the other one, that anything you buy off their store from Pro Wrestling Tees goes straight to Brody Lee Jr. and his wife Amanda and Nolan, his family and children, which I just read somewhere too that apparently AEW's already signed Brody Lee Jr. for when he's older.
Nice.
So
giving him the rest of his dad's contract or something like that.
Exactly. I don't know. I didn't read it fully.
Hey, you know what? It made a hell of a character out of Vicky Guerrero when they did it for her after Eddie passed. Yeah. And so who knows? Maybe we'll get something as good or better.
Exactly. But yeah, just again, and if you haven't, go to Twitter lately and just search the hashtags or read, because I'm telling you, the stories they're very touching, and it's like I said, it's the first time in a long time that wrestling Twitter has been enjoyable.
Oh yeah, and it's like I'll say, it's like I was fine on Saturday. It's like, oh man, that sucks, that hurts, that's everything like that. The next morning when Bray Wyatt's came out,
that one hurt.
The line of what the fuck, we were supposed to be fat balding in our 70s pulling Wyatt family spots in a high school locker or a high school gym, and I'm just like, oh my god, no, Bray.
Yeah.
Oh.
That one, Bray's really got to me too. And then there were several others. Because like I said, just the stories.
Yeah. It's like, because like what a lot of people don't realize is the Wyatt family, they were a family essentially.
No, they were. And it's I think it was Xavier Woods said there's very few people you could count on to be a friend or a brother in the business, and Brody Lee was that to almost everyone he came in contact with.
Hell, Keith Lee's story about him, Big E had great stories about it. It was like, honestly, he was it was like we could all aspire to be more like John Huber.
Yes.
And like I was trying to say earlier before I sidetracked myself to the friends, family, you'll never see this probably because we're so bottom rung, it hurts. We extend our deepest sympathies and condolences to you.
Yes.
And so let's get on to happier subjects. Speaking of tributes to Brody Lee, our first match of the night, Skip Terrific died again.
Yes.
Because I loved he comes out and he's saying, he's like, 2021 starts now and it's going to be my year. I'm going to do more power moves, more flying moves. And I'm going to do all the spots and the promos. And it's like, it was great. And Sky comes out and kills him.
And and that's the thing. I didn't know where we're going with this Skip Terrific because the fans kind of were into him. And then he started saying that stuff and the fans turned on him. I'm like, what are you doing with this? Is this the over cocky face that becomes heel because he's all, this is mine, or did he literally just kind of go off and people were like, oh no, I don't like this?
Yeah, well, it's like, honestly, Skip deserves a whole lot more than he gets. He really does.
Yeah.
And I hope to see, him do better in 2021 and everything.
Maybe.
But the match itself, oh my God.
The match itself was great, and I agree with, because they posted the clip, and I believe it was Chris Moore immediately pointed out, whoever does a discus clothesline now, it's the Brody Lee clothesline. Mm-hmm. And Sky nailed it perfectly and killed. Twice. Yeah. Well, first one, killed Skip.
Yeah.
Second one we'll talk about later.
Yeah.
But no, that first one he nailed, ended it. I thought it was really great of how a fitting tribute it was, and something that happened so fast because it was immediately in the fact that the show started, we all just found out, and Sky immediately put on his wrist tape, Brody Lee Dark Order, and immediately put in the discus clothesline.
Yeah.
So,
and it's yes, thank you for
we're professional.
Yes, God. So professional.
I hope Jamie's not watching. Jamie, I apologize for this.
I don't know why he says it's unprofessional. Newscasters have been doing stuff like this for years.
Not on camera where you see it.
Yeah, no. Well, if our camera person would keep it to the to us rather than flipping it around. Yes.
Michael Cole says Skip should have been hit with papers.
Shut the fuck up, Cole.
Well, we'll take questions and everything like that towards the end of the show, just in case people decide they want to stick around. But
that is something I haven't watched Being the Elite in I don't know how long because it just kind of got boring to me. And they did that one recently that was all Brody, and I was like, God, I really wish, and I want to go back and rewatch him because he's so fucking funny in those. It was so great.
That's because the man had a personality. But so Skip died, Sky won, and then went on to bigger things later that night.
Yep.
Then we got to see Michael Schaefer return. We've been asking for that forever, and I was so happy to see him back. Just so happy.
I'm not allowed to talk about it, so I was told to keep his fucking name out of my mouth.
I think that's mainline only because you're usually really respectful when it comes to.
But no, it was great to see him back. It's something we've always wanted. He's been one of my favorites because he's a big guy and I love big guys. And seeing him back was great. And I know I know we hate when we talk about it, but who better than Zero?
Yeah, no, I agree with you. Honestly, it's because it's like he is an incredible worker, and yes, he may be on the losing side more often than not, but that's an unfortunate case of it.
Yeah, it is, and that's again, like I believe it was either just us talking, or I even said it last week. We can't. Everyone can't be Hulk Hogan. Everyone can't be this. Everyone can be that. You need these people, and Zero has a place in wrestling, and it's.
I do want him to win more, though.
No, and I agree.
I really wish he'd won last week week before last
with CJ,
with CJ.
And I agree with that. Like he should not lose all the time. But I mean, hell, fucking Tommy Drew will be the first one to tell you he's lost more than he's won.
Yeah.
There's
one of our own guys, Frankie Fisher. When I got to hear him talk at a training thing one time, and he said, my finisher was for the first 4 years of my career, staring at the lights.
Yeah, and it's not. And that's the thing with wrestling. Too many people focus on wins and losses. And while, yes, that is kind of important, it's really not.
Yeah.
And Zero is one of those where he, like we said, he's a good worker. He's solid.
He is.
And he, especially against big men like Schaefer, like Remedy, I don't think there's anyone better and he hates it, and I'm sorry, but to die than he does.
Yeah.
Because he will sell the fucking hell out of anything you do.
Absolutely. And it's like, I don't know. It's like, I think if I want to see him win more, I actually want to see him win more as the pub crawlers with Johnny, because that is a great team. That needs to happen.
Well, until we get new tag champs, they don't get another shot. So
yeah. I mean, hey, I'm all for the idea of us getting new tag teams in all the time and everything, with the tag champions only defending against new tag teams, but that's gonna be tough, because as somebody's told us, tag teams mean double the price.
Well, and it's also, I mean, just because we say that doesn't mean that we can't have Zero and Omar and Mask and the Conquistadors come out for a title match.
Oh my God.
I mean, it could always happen. Some random Irish mask or something. So
yeah.
Who knows?
The leprechauns.
Exactly. Managed by Swoggle.
Oh, that'd be hilarious. Sorry, that was just the image of that is hilarious to me.
I mean, Zero's pretty much the same size as Swoggle, right? He's gonna.
We're gonna catch an earful on Saturday. He is gonna kill us.
See, this is the problem with going live. People want to kill me now more than they already did. I mean, Schaefer already wanted to kill me, and I actually helped bring him back.
Honestly, I was like, I kind of wish he had come on to the show on Saturday, because just getting to talk to him again, that would have been great, and getting that momentary. Because
I was gonna say,
nobody ever defends me. Nobody ever goes out.
Oh, he's not defending you. He just hates me.
Yeah. It's like I'm always the target. As somebody said earlier today on Facebook, everybody loves to give me shit, and I do try to take it in stride. But man, sometimes it's just like someone to be on my side.
Well, when Dimitri's back, he normally is. He normally fucks with me, so
true. Get the Berserkers back, have them both just show up again.
Tyler Jett is not allowed in our show. Never. Fat Thor's not allowed.
Oh, I hope he's not watching. Gonna kill you.
I know.
But speaking of people killing each other, Jason Silver versus Noah Navarre, and
Noah's pretty close to that. No one dies. One.
So we found his real niche. He can take a beating, and he can sell it well.
Yeah,
he's crow.
Definitely in peril. And we learned that at the Ultimate Surrender. We saw him literally get chopped and kicked, and tears rolling down his eyes because he won't quit, and they're just continuing. It was great, and it's what we've noticed, but I've always wanted more. But now I'm like, you know what, this actually, I don't need in-ring charisma if I can keep getting him to sell like that.
Yeah, it's like he's really good at the selling, and it's like if that's his thing, that's his thing.
Yeah.
It's like, let him come in, be kind of the Lance Storm when he does wrestle, and when he's getting his ass beat, he's, Zero.
I don't get the Lance Storm reference. I get Lance Storm was a phenomenal wrestler, but he had no fucking charisma at all. Yeah, okay, but even in selling, Lance Storm couldn't really sell.
Okay, that's what I'm talking about. It's like when he's wrestling, when he's actually, more on the attacking side, I guess.
I think you missed the reference.
No, you missed the reference.
No, I didn't miss the reference. I think, okay, you misplayed the reference. That's not a good reference. Let's try again and go.
Nope. Moments pass. But Jason Silver has come back and is like the whole going full vampire again. And I'm thinking we've got to heal Silver again, and people just aren't noticing.
I was going to say it's going both ways. It could go either way. He could not be a heel, or he could be. I thoroughly am enjoying it because I didn't really get to see this full Vampire Silver before. This is very, I guess, reminiscent to what I hear of his older days.
Yeah.
So it's good to see. It's cool to see. And yeah, I'm kind of looking forward to when we get that full on, hey, he's still here for the addicts, or hey, no, I'm just an evil vampire that wants to kill people.
And honestly, if this is how he's going to do the heel work this time, it's like, I kind of like it better than the mask.
Yeah. Yes. The mask,
I was like, he played his part really well in that one, but it's just like something about it was always kind of
the mask. I think we saw the very vicious Silver, which you still see vicious Silver here and there, but when that mask was on,
he wasn't quite as methodical.
No, it was just flat out, I'm going to murder you.
Which, is like methodical, deadly, and everything like that. Pure vampire, awesome. Really liked that.
Yep.
And of course, he beats the hell out of poor Noah, and
450 landed flush.
Yeah. Because Noah wasn't, too far in this time.
Nope. Noah was in perfect position.
Nobody caught a boot to the face.
Or knees or shin. Just the whole lower leg.
Oh, but yeah, we were talking about the larger than life only taking new
tag teams.
There
you go.
I've been working all day today, man. That's why there's a reason why I'm holding the mic rather than it being set on anything. My new stuff isn't here. We don't even have a new intro for it. I had to reuse Mainline's intro.
Which, I mean, technically, isn't that one of Presley's jobs for us? Just saying.
Well, a little bit of both. It's like, the rehab intro, all me. That's all me. I did that one, and that you can tell because the production quality is not that great. But yeah, Mainline, that's Presley. Man, I can't even begin to equal that. But yeah, so tag team championship match, larger than life, only defending against new teams now. And, it's great angle. I like that.
Yes.
And we got to see a couple of guys that
I like how when they announced that, they're also... It's without Jamie, and we're seeing Ryan and Tommy's characters come out, and
oh my god, they are Bulk and Skull.
They're that's what I was going to get to. I love because they're funny and they're great and they have great chemistry. But man, remember it was either earlier this year or late last year. It's been so long. What everyone called the Bizarro larger than life, where they were evil and they were more serious and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I loved that larger than life. I thought that was brilliant. And I really thought without Jamie, that's where we would have gone. They would have been more serious. But they're still doing their fun and again, like I said, I like both. Do not get me wrong.
Yeah, it's like, and to me, I think it's honestly, it's the same as like I said, my favorite version of Kirby is when he's just Kirby.
Yeah.
When he's out there cracking jokes, embarrassing the other guy a little bit because just like he's ribbing on him the whole time. And it's like, I love that version of Kirby. It's probably my favorite because it's him. It's so him.
And that's the thing. It's Tommy and Ryan are being Tommy and Ryan.
Yeah, and Tommy and Ryan is like with Tommy sounding almost exactly like Jason Narvy's Skull from Power Rangers.
You're not going to let it go, are you?
No, I'm not, because they did it perfectly in the Power Rangers Friday shows and honestly,
on the MPX network.
Yep. And honestly, this was just it's perfect. It's fantastic. I love it, and they seem to be having fun with it, and that's what matters most in a lot of ways.
I guess.
Yeah. Big fan he is.
No, like I said, I love both. I do have the preference when they were serious, and I thought without Jamie, we would have saw a serious streak in them because they're all mad and pissed off that Jamie's not there. Yeah,
and honestly, I think if their first matchup had been against like the rookies or something like that, we might have seen that more. Yeah. But instead, we got Malik Champion and Eric Esme.
No, Parable.
Eric Parable.
I'm sorry. And Parable is that Eric Parable was a great name.
I know.
Please,
I was like,
you're probably not watching this, but if someone sends it to him, keep that name.
Eric Parable is a perfect name, honestly, because
wrestler name.
It tells us who you are, what you're about. It flows well with Eric.
Yeah.
And honestly, it's easier to remember.
I thoroughly enjoyed. That was one of my favorite things about him when we first saw him was the name. I go, that's a damn good name.
Yeah, I'm not even Christian, and I'm sitting here going,
Exactly.
that works.
Yeah.
That works really, really well, especially when they came in with the Bible Club shirts on and everything. It's like, yeah, okay, these guys are from CWF, Christian Wrestling Federation. You can watch them on YouTube. If you don't know where to find it, ask Carl, ask Sebastian, ask Barrett frickin' Brown.
Bam Bam Malone, Big
Bam.
Fits.
Yep. They will tell you all about it because they
all the
love the
people
hell out
we
of that
used
show.
to love.
Sebastian Envy, I still but
I miss Big Fits, damn it. Okay.
so do I. Everybody I named there is somebody I'd love to see at MPX again.
I would love to see Bam Bam come back.
But it's like these guys, they're good. They're rookies still, from everything I've heard.
And
the fact that they were able to actually give a believable fight against larger than life. I mean, Malik had a few missteps here and there, but Parable, as soon as he was in the ring, he's like the Casey of.
He really is, and it's
I'm sorry, I'm making a comparison to another rookie, but.
It's the same thing we've already talked about when we first saw them. Eric Parable, I mean, I like both of them, but there's something about Eric Parable that I thought he had a great look. He in the ring was good. He's solid. I thoroughly enjoyed him. And Malik, same thing. I think he's good. He does have a little timing issue here and there, but you're going to learn.
Yeah.
And then the tag match I thought was great with Ryan and Tommy. This I think proves this is what really we're going to get out of this is Tommy and Ryan are going to prove that they can work and make any tag match good. It doesn't matter who's in there with them. And I think that's going to be the biggest challenge for them is they're going up against people that they may not necessarily have ever worked before. And to see Tommy and Ryan still young in their careers take people and carry them to good matches, it's, I think, phenomenal.
Yeah. And honestly, I don't know. It's like I don't know who we're getting next. I don't know who we're getting in the future. Everything.
Have you not looked at your phone yet?
No.
Oh, that's right. You don't have your phone.
I don't have my phone. We're recording on it right now.
We have matches for the second.
Oh, we
to
have
talk
matches.
About.
Oh, okay, cool, awesome. Now you get to surprise me.
I know.
That was fun the last time, wasn't it? But it's like I really am looking forward to seeing new teams here at MPX, or at the very least, new combinations of people because,
Yeah,
it makes larger than life fresher.
Well, let's put it this way: it's also teams that they've never faced before. So we just mentioned Bam Bam. What if Bam Bam and Jackson have a one night reunion against larger than life? To my knowledge, I don't think that's happened. I know Bam Bam and Jackson teamed once before. I don't think it was against larger than life though.
I don't know.
So,
I honestly don't remember because I think they came in and worked heel on that.
I would love to see BB and J back. I think it would be great.
That's still just.
Oh funny. Yeah, you weren't here for that, were you?
No. It's just I've heard you say it before. It's just still funny to me.
Oh no, but I mean, you weren't here. You don't remember Jackson Stone's first tights, do you? Have you seen them?
The Stones.
Yes.
Yeah, I've been told about that one.
Right on the balls. It was wonderful.
Is it as bad as Chris Masters' uterus on his tights?
Depends. I mean, it's what you're going to look at. He's got stones, and they're right there where balls would be. So, and it's two.
At least that's fitting. I mean, Chris Masters, his was unintentional.
Well, you don't know. He might have a uterus. You don't know.
No shame, no judgment.
Which, I mean,
it's 2020.
In that case, shouldn't there be some censorship issues? But anyways.
But let's go on to the next match before we talk ourselves into an even worse corner. Match 5, Johnny O'Mara versus Xavier Daniels. Getting the X-Train back was awesome, and this match did not go how I was expecting.
It didn't go how anyone expected, and I think that's what management was looking for, number one. Number two, I'm so excited Xavier Daniels is back. He's always been one of my favorites.
Oh, yeah.
Just again, it's the charisma he has.
It's like Johnny was out there, and Johnny's a fan favorite already. But as soon as X gets out there, he's people are chanting "choo choo." He's like, "Say it again!" And he's got the crowd in the palm of his hand.
He's so great. X Daddy's back home. I'm not gonna lie, I miss chanting Cell Block T when he first came. But Xavier Daniels is great. He's just raw power and the explosion. And that's his, football background, former TCU frog, mind you.
And he's looking incredible too.
Oh yeah, he always has.
I'm just saying, even compared to how he did before, he looks like he's gotten even better.
Oh, that's right. I guess last time we saw him was Scrappy, and we couldn't really see.
Yeah, because he was wearing the full getup.
But no, this match is really good. Again, Johnny is one of those that's a lot like Zero in the fact that he's a solid worker, and you put him against anyone, and it's going to be a good match. He's going to do his damnedest if that he's going to make it a good match. Yeah. And Xavier's also a talented worker, and they both were great. Johnny picking up the win though, that shocked a lot of people.
That shocked me, and I'll be honest, it's like I kind of expected that since Zero is. I'm going to get killed for saying this. Since Zero is basically a jobber at MPX, Johnny was going to be relegated to that too, since they're tag team partners. But no, Johnny's picking up the win. He's getting angles. Hopefully we get to see more of that for him and more of that for Zero, and just honestly get the pub crawlers going again.
Well, again, can't hold tag teams. So can't get a match. So who are they? What tag team? Why? Who are they going to fight?
I don't know.
Okay.
But yeah, that was it. That was a really good match, and the next match was also really good, and also a little bit bittersweet because it was the match of Erica Torres versus Livy Loca, and it was Livy's last match. It
was, and I had always said I want her last match against Baby D, and that obviously didn't and couldn't happen, and I totally respect that, and I get it. Just the history they have.
At least they didn't have a Brock Lesnar versus Goldberg kind of situation. That would have sucked.
Yeah.
I mean, people would have been more into it because Livy and
I was going to say, we all still would have lost our shit and it would have been fine because, it's not a major sellout. But having them both leave, and it's, we'd always said 2020, don't let 2020 be your last year, rethink things. But when we say that, we're being selfish fans, number one. And I've totally admitted that. And number two, when I said that originally, I didn't take into consideration of how much the wrestling world went through in 2020. Not just COVID and not just pandemics and shutdowns, but just the speaking out, the people that have been removed, the people that are no longer with us. It really has.
I mean, it's like some of it was absolutely necessary. A lot of what happened with speaking out was absolutely necessary. We needed to lance that wound, but it's like it's been tough on everybody.
It really has, and I get
we're still somewhat on the outside. Man, that wiped me.
It did, and I think, like I said, the wrestling world was hit hard. So amongst your body tearing down, now your mental is being torn down. So I kind of totally understand people making 2020 their last year now. And because it's wrestling already takes a physical and mental toll that most, I would say 95% of normal human beings couldn't stand with.
These really are superheroes you're watching live, ladies and gents.
Yeah. And it's not even just the athleticism, the physicality. It's a mental game too, that I don't think a lot of addicts or fans or whoever really grasp that. So, having this be her last match, I don't think she could have asked for a better opponent and a better foil. And the match they had was beautiful.
And how it happened just played beautifully to the whole story of Livy Loca and of Erica Torres, because it looked like Livy was going to win it. It looked like she actually got the pin, but at the last millisecond, almost too late.
I was going to say, are you going to push it that way? Are you? I thought we were real here.
Yeah, we are. Yeah.
No, okay. Go ahead.
I'm trying to be nice, okay?
Look, and it's not, again, that is a fucking hard spot to nail perfect.
Yeah. Because you gotta, it's like she's trying to be on her back and maybe even wrapped up, because I don't remember exactly where Livy's placement on her was. Yeah. So she may not have even been able to see Travis. Travis is one of those guys that as soon as he drops, he slaps as soon as his knees hit too. So that's one, and you don't know if that's him just dropping or if that's him starting the count or what. And just last millisecond, she got it up there.
I mean, it was close enough that yes, us are nitpicky about it. A lot of other addicts don't even notice or care.
Yeah, they probably didn't even see it.
But again,
it's like
the timing's fucking hard on that.
It's like so. I almost missed it myself because I was glancing down at my phone and looking back up, and then it's like, oh, her foot was up.
Yeah.
Wait.
I love that finish. I thought it was a great, because again, like you said, it's no offense to Livy, but that's kind of is her career. And it fit.
She really was an MPX champion. I don't care what anybody says. She was an MPX champion for a night.
No, I'm sorry.
She pinned him 1, 2, 3.
Nope. That never happened.
It happened.
But the thing I think was most impressive out of this, and they played the clip, and I think Livy posted it on her Instagram.
Yeah.
The strength that Erica Torres had and showed when she flat out rolled over and deadlifted Livy up.
That woman
drove her in the corner.
That woman is terrifying, and honestly, it's like Dave Smith is a lucky guy, and
Erica Torres is one of those that I think 2021 is going to be a big breakout year.
Yeah.
She's something that I think a lot of people are going to need to pay attention to, because I think sooner or later she's going to be on bigger stages.
I hope so. I mean, it's like we're seeing Vert Vixen over on AEW Dark. Hopefully we'll get to see Erica Torres there too.
I think she could do very well there. I would love to see her and Layla Hirsch just tear each other up. I think that would be a phenomenal, hard-hitting match.
Yeah, that would be a great match.
And then even maybe a tag team. But I do think Erica Torres, if not AEW, somewhere maybe bigger independents, will get her.
Hey, maybe she can go beat up Shotzi Blackheart again.
Yeah. I mean, she's going to get people's attention. I think we're going to see her really soon.
Definitely. But that all led up to the main event, in which we got to see Sebastian Envy, Exodus Prime, and Sky de Lacrimosa taking on Casey Clay, Mr. Legs, and Tatum Manning, which I have to say was kind of a weird team up to me.
All 6 of these, because we talked about it last week, very weird pairings. But the match played out so wonderfully because we had the vignette. Okay, so breaking it down last week, it was all kind of like, well, this doesn't make sense. Why is Legs in it, not Noah, blah, blah, blah. Okay, whatever. Scratch that aside. Then you look at the other side. Well, Sky didn't like anyone. Why is he teaming with these guys?
Man,
but then
disappointed in that.
That Envy and Exodus did with Sky.
Oh, man, technical problems aside, it was beautiful.
It made me, and me and you both talked about it, it made me want Envy and Exodus as a tag team. Just the nerdism they could have together would be so great.
It's the fact that it's like they play the heel and they still play nerds, and they do it without just resorting to being YouTube comment trolls.
Exactly.
It's like they do a freaking incredible job at it, and honestly, they played off each other so well.
They really did. And I was great. And I thought even Sky's bit of just looking back and forth, all crazy, and then looking at the screen and just walks off. Like I said, I kind of wanted Sky to just go crazy and kill all 5 people. I get why we didn't, especially when the match unfolded. But the other vignette we had with Casey, Legs, and Tatum, and Casey flat out accusing Tatum of what happened to Frankie. I thought that was like, okay, one, we don't really know what happened. Like, again, he could have slipped. Something could have fallen off the roof. Why is it immediately someone attacked?
It could have been somebody else completely with another axe to grind with Frankie or something like that.
I mean, we saw our Samoan. He wasn't driving, so...
Yeah.
But again, the tension that is there between Tatum and Casey, and you see it all match. You see from Tatum tagged himself in, and then Casey tagged himself in.
Yeah, and it's like, and Legs is sitting here like,
Legs was his friends. I mean, Legs was kind of really, 1 in a million Legs. Him and Tatum are close. They're tight. It's our rock and sock.
Yeah.
So they were good, and that's another thing with Legs. I loved Sky's in the ring, Legs music hits, and he runs to the ropes and just is ready.
I want him.
It
was great.
I thought that was brilliant, and it's crazy how Legs is still young in his career, and the chemistry him and Sky have is unmatched.
Seriously.
And it's amazing how
it's like it's like you get those matches you see, and you're like, you see it again and again and again, and eventually you're just like, do we have any other matchups? And then there are other matchups where you're like, okay, we're doing that again? Awesome, cool, this will be fun. And like Kirby versus Dexter. I'd love to see another one of those next year, please.
But it's amazing how Sky, as a vet, had so many matches, has so many opponents, so many rivals, yet this may be one of the best ones he has as far as chemistry and story, really.
I mean, there's a future rival that Sky's going to have that I can't wait to watch that match, but the Sky and Legs is just, and it's so unexpected too, because you have such a lighthearted and goofy type character as Mr. Legs, and the psycho cannibal killer vampire serial
Texas
Chainsaw Monster of Sky de Lacrimosa, and it's just like, you would look at that and go, that's going to ruin one of their characters, but no. Because when you look at it, Mr. Legs is a superhero, and Sky is a supervillain, and it's a comic book happening right in front of you.
That's all wrestling is. It's a comic book.
It really is.
It's either a live soap opera or a live comic book.
And I love every moment of it.
But this match was great. I loved the little nuances we had. We had the tension.
Yes.
We had Exodus and Tatum going back and forth again.
Oh yeah, because it's like they are not friends.
No, they flat out do not like each other.
Yeah, which it's like it works great together. And Sebastian looking at Casey is like, Sebastian's like, well, Sky's got legs, and then Exodus has Tatum, so I guess I'll take Casey. And you're the new up and comer. I'm gonna just beat the snot out of you.
And we saw that beautiful assisted moonsault.
Oh yeah.
So
it was great.
This match I thought was great. It ended how I would think it would end. Obviously, faces winning, being happy, whatever.
And we went on a good note for the year, I guess.
Yeah, that's the mindset you want to end and let everyone go home happy in
especially
2020.
With 2020.
But again, it was a phenomenal match. I'm pretty sure if my memory serves, because we don't have our full notes, Envy eating the pinfall.
No, it was Exodus.
Oh yeah, okay. See, I knew you. Yeah, it's close. Whatever.
No, I remember because that's the one that Tatum was like, I just pinned him like 5 minutes ago. It went on mainline.
Yeah, that's right, and that's another thing. Fuck you, Tatum. Tatum is my Jamie. You had Jamie, and Jamie tried to break you, but also made you better. And that's what Tatum does to me. I like when Tatum's out there.
You are welcome on MPX.
No, he really is.
Every time.
Tatum really is, because I view as like, okay, if I can keep up with Tatum, I'm decent. And so I like sparring with him.
Yeah.
But we try to break each other, and he broke me, and he keeps replaying the clip on Twitter, and it's annoying me so much. It's pissed me off every time I'll comment on something, and then he'll comment underneath the video of me breaking, and I hate it. God,
that's great. And I love the fact that it's like I already told Sebastian this, but now I want the feud between Sebastian and Tatum, because
Sebastian's the only one to call him out on, that's not your catchphrase.
Yeah. And it's like, oh, that's great.
And we're all sitting here like I'm in my head, I'm like, bro, we know, but it's people like it. Let it go.
But that's perfect heel work,
it was
especially
perfect
for Sebastian.
I thought it was great, and that's something.
Yeah, it's like him coming in right at that moment, and you got Tatum over on, I guess, your side of the screen, Sebastian over on my side, and I'm just like, oh look, here's my friend.
Yeah. But yeah, it was great. That's something I wouldn't mind seeing here. Sebastian and Tatum. I think it would be a good match.
Yeah.
But again, I wouldn't mind Sebastian and Exodus being a team.
I agree with that, definitely.
I think they could really
Sebastian
make
and
it
Exodus
work.
versus Million Legs. Let's get that team up, right? Tag team match going.
Yeah, and then when
Sebastian and Exodus inevitably defeat Tatum and Legs, I'm
gonna
sorry,
say,
guys, they go up against Larger Than Life and become the new MPX Tag Team Champions.
No, see, you're too, like, I can admit when Sky's not going to be the favorite, as I was terrified when I thought he was going to lose to Palmer. You can't with Sebastian. You're all, nope, Sebastian wins everything. Nope, put Sebastian in this feud. Nope, have Sebastian the top guy. Give all 5 titles we have to Sebastian.
Let me have my dreams, man.
God.
Him being Prospect Champion was one of the greatest 4 or 5 weeks, somewhere around there. It's like one of the greatest 4 or 5 weeks that I got to experience, because I got to see somebody who I really, really enjoy and is a friend of mine, win. Come on, let me have that.
It's fine. You can have him win, but damn, they got to win everything?
Yeah.
You want him to go on a little Goldberg run here? Jesus. You want him to win Texas Rumble?
Yes, actually, but I have other hopes for that too.
Anyways.
Yeah.
That was Frozen.
Yeah, that was Frozen.
I was a little sad that Tatum didn't give us a rendition of Let It Go or Build a Snowman or something. I think he used the line. I can't remember, but so anyways, next week.
Yeah, now you have the notes.
Yeah.
My phone's
being used. And as I was reminded as I'm looking through this, Texas Rumble tickets apparently are on sale, I'm assuming.
Already.
So yeah. And I was told we just used several Frozen lines. Can you quit so I can scroll up? Thanks. All right. So January 2nd, Addicted.
That's going to be a great show.
So we've got the prospect title match qualifiers. We're bringing the prospect title back.
It's been long enough.
Exactly. I mean, it's been a good while.
Yeah.
So we've got the pairings will be revealed at the show, but the first 4 people are going to be Ashton Jacobs, Joe Angelo Garcia,
Yes.
Johnny O'Mara,
Yes.
and the returning bear fighter, Dmitry Alexandrov.
Yes.
So there's that. I don't know. Out of those, I think it's very interesting.
If Dimitri wins this would make him.
I would want Dimitri versus Ashton and Joe versus Johnny is how I would want it. I think those matchups to me is what fits best for all 4 of those styles.
That actually would really.
I could see it going the other way of Joe and where was it?
Joe and Ashton.
Yeah, and then Dimitri and Johnny. I could see that.
Yeah.
But either way, we'll see. I think this is a great opportunity for all 4 of these men.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, I've got the 2 I want to go on because I said it earlier when Jamie left. I think Joe is going to be a bright spot here in 2021.
He really is.
I think he's going to shine and break through, and we all know what we think Dimitri's going to do.
And honestly, getting to see Ashton back in the mix of things after the fall of House Sagan, is like it's a good way to come back.
Yeah.
What?
They commented and put it back down, so I don't have to keep scrolling up. That's going to be great. And then again, I think it's good for, like you said, for O'Mara to kind of get out there. And if we're not getting the pub crawlers, then let's keep bringing them back singly. And because they're both good people that are good workers. So.
Yeah, definitely.
We have a tag team title match, Larger Than Life versus the Boys, which you apparently had to spoil their debut on.
Apparently I did.
You
even
leaked
though
information. How dare you?
Yeah, and it wasn't even really me leaking information. It was just, mental math of, it's like, okay, well, these are Brixton Shaw's guys.
Which not here in MPX.
I
They're
know.
not. They're all 3 are separate.
Well, on their Facebook page, they're all together.
Yeah, well, they need to change that, I guess, for MPX.
Yes, yeah. And I've seen them working security at MPX and everything like that. So I'm sitting here going, they're going to debut soon. I actually thought it was going to be sooner.
Yeah, and I saw a couple of clips here and there that they've posted, and I'm excited. It seems like a good tag team. Still very young. And this is what Larger Than Life, I think, is going to do with this whole we're not fighting teams we've already fought before. It's going to showcase how good Ryan and Tommy are, that they can take people they haven't worked with or that are young or inexperienced or whatever you want to say and elevate them to have a good match. I think, honestly, that might be Jamie's little parting gift of, okay, I won't be here, so guess what? Y'all are going to have to get better, and you're only going to get better and prove y'all are the best by doing stuff like this, by not getting top talent, but taking, and no offense to them because we don't know them, but taking the lesser known talents and making them look good.
And honestly, that also works for the new guys because, it made Eric Parable and Malik Champion look good. We've never seen the Boys before.
Right.
So this is going to be brand new to us, and it's going to be, honestly, totally new. I'm looking forward to it.
We will have an Addicts title match, so CJ will be in the building.
Okay, good.
With that lovely title that you think is now tainted and tarnished.
It just needs to be sanitized, that's all.
He sanitized it. He did. No.
He keeps rubbing it all over. No.
It was a beautiful picture, sir. I don't care what you say. The Christmas tree in the background, it was glorious.
Sure.
And then we have also appearing. So we have everyone's favorite, Tatum Manning.
Yep.
We have the vampire, Jason Silver. We have your boy, Sebastian Envy. We have Matt Locke, which I'm excited to come back.
Oh, yes. Yes.
Very, very strong style, very stiff looking. Debut of Red Chambers. I'll be honest, I do not know Red Chambers. Do you?
Oh, I do.
Okay.
Oh, I do. And
Go ahead.
We'll see. He's brand new.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
He fights Sebastian, I hope.
Oh, we'll see. We'll see.
Please.
Somebody's going to die.
And then we have Xavier Daniels, I'm assuming. It's Daniela, but it's Xavier Daniels. So I'm extremely excited that Xavier Daniels will be back.
Oh, maybe he's fighting Red Chambers.
Maybe either one. I'm assuming Red Chambers is a big guy.
No.
Oh, small guy.
Very small.
Oh, yay.
Yeah. And, he's going to get beat like, certain color-haired stepchild, I think.
Like Travis?
close. I'll tell you when we're done recording. But yeah, no, that actually, I'm kind of looking forward to that.
No, and it's again, it's the first show of 2021, so every one of these talents you are going to want to showcase, and they're going to want to make people, forget 2020. And like I said, I'm super excited. Xavier Daniels, obviously.
Yeah.
Tatum, everyone, crowd goes ape shit over.
Mm-hmm.
We're getting the bear fighter back, Dimitri, which is great. Hopefully
Man.
his family's doing well and okay.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully we don't get hit with COVID again and the card changes.
And like I said, no
right
pressure.
before.
No pressure, Dimitri. No pressure.
Because there's been several times in 2020 where the card has had to change an hour or two before the show.
What was it called? What did management call it? The COVID shuffle?
Bingo.
COVID bingo, COVID shuffle.
Because case in point, we're supposed to have Izzy James. That's
Things changed.
Things change, and I get why he's not there. I do hope.
I hope everybody's okay.
I do hope everyone's okay, number one. Number two, I kind of hope we do get Izzy back, because I really was looking forward for the Addicts to see this version of Izzy.
Yeah. And I'll be honest, I was kind of hoping that, it's like with the change. And yes, here's me getting in trouble again because the boss is going to be mad that I'm fantasy
I'm waiting
booking.
for the response.
Yeah. I was kind of hoping that at the end of the 6-man tag, Izzy James would come out and challenge Sky.
You want him to work 3 matches?
Not that
you
night.
sick bastard.
Just, it's like he comes out and he challenges Sky, and this week on Addicted, we get Izzy James versus Sky de Lacrimosa as the main event.
Well,
you would love that, wouldn't you?
I would love that, number one.
Exactly.
But that was something I was getting to, is I hope we do get Izzy in the future, because I know he did post his, I think, January through March schedule, and there's no room for MPX.
No, unfortunately not.
So hopefully maybe after.
That's what happens
but that's
when you're
the thing.
a top talent like him.
Well, and that's the thing. He's about to be big things. That's one of those. He hadn't said anything about you yet. Trust me, when it comes across, I will tell you.
You'll let me know.
But no, Izzy's one of those. He's destined for big things. He's been killing it in Raw, Reality of Wrestling in Houston. He's got some mystery trip in Florida that he posted about. So who knows? Let's see. I don't know if or when we'll get him back. It's not about you.
I see things popping up, and it's like I know that it's like I can't see it on my
phone.
phone.
Go ahead and just tell Jay to shut the fuck up, so he'll leave my phone alone. But no, it's one of those things where, again, I hope he does come in, because I think this version is something the Addicts would get into. Hey Jay,
shut the
fuck up.
Rehab, ladies and gentlemen, we don't give a damn.
No, I was told I could cuss, so fuck it, I am.
Yeah,
because I cuss normally anyways.
Yeah, well, I'm good with it.
But like I said, he's one of those. I do wish we get back, just because I think this version is the Addicts would have dug.
Yeah.
Which kind of is a nice little segue to what I wanted to do before, because we did the year at the end awards, and
oh man,
cool, looks awesome from what I got. So good.
Yay!
And we always do our own year end awards, and there was only 2 categories, and they're not even real categories. They're just things I was spitballing. There was 2, and I keep pulling up the wrong thing. I don't know why. There was 2 I was doing. There was 5 athletes you want to see in 2021 debut for MPX. And these are all, I guess, mine, because you just now learned about it. Because we don't, despite what people think, we don't necessarily talk all the time about the show. We literally get here and just do it.
Yeah.
Number 1 for me is Aaron Mercer. He's one of my favorites. 2, I think he's about to blow up and be gone from the Texas independent scene real soon. And also, I think the Addicts would just get a kick out of him. I know we hate when we compare things, but to Addicts who don't know him, he's like Timothy Thatcher, which is probably someone else the Addicts don't know. And if you don't, shame on you. But he's just no nonsense. Go out there and beat you.
Yeah.
And great grappling, everything. Real bright spot down in Austin and San Antonio and Houston area. Check him out on New Texas Pro on IWTV. He's killing it, and I do think Aaron Mercer's got a bright future.
He definitely does.
Another one we saw at New Texas Pro tapings I really dug, and I think the Addicts would too. Brian Keefe, the Bounty Hunter.
Oh, yes, the Bounty Hunter. Please bring the Bounty Hunter up.
He was fun. Immediately, obviously, him and Nate Collins just works.
Oh, yeah.
And Number 3 is, he's not everyone's cup of tea, but I know me and Austin love him. Luigi Primo.
Yes.
Luigi Primo is so fun. I think the Addicts, he would instantly become a fan favorite, I think, with the Addicts. And number 4, all of UFC. Like we've seen too.
Bring the rest of the Camachos.
I want to see them I really do think they could come in as a stable and just run roughshod and be that next, how we had DTF, we had Large in Life, we had the Trust
would it be
Fund.
just to watch Angel kill people? Just like,
I mean, I really do think they could be that next great stable, like Hellsing and stuff, where they just run MPX for a good while.
I think it would work.
Number 5 is a long shot, and that's a dream. But I know Jackson could pull it off. Wheeler Yuta, I think he would impress the hell out of a lot of people. And I know it's Jackson's former roommate, so hey, I know Jackson's got that pull if he wanted. So hopefully we get some of those in. And there's a lot of others. Those are just kind of the 5 that I was thinking off the top of my head.
Like, I was like, I'd love to see ASF come up.
Yes, ASF would be really cool.
You know, it's like Jay Strong was talking about wanting to come. It's like he was at MPX once before, I think, but no, you know, I don't know if any of the current addicts would know him other than at other shows. You know, it's like I know that he's kind of stepping away from wrestling somewhat, but I'd still love to see him there.
It would be cool. Yeah. And then there's, you know, just the there's a Please Come Back. There's a couple of wrestlers we haven't had in a long while. And I didn't really rank them, I guess, but number 1 for me is Dave. I miss Dave Sagan. I think I don't know how much longer we're going to have Dave, because he does want to move back to Philly. He's talked about it several times. He's put off moving a couple times.
Well, they also put him off moving.
Well, true. Yeah. COVID kind of put that off too. But I would really love if Dave would come back. I think he's one of those that in ring, yes, is solid, but his character work is something that I've always enjoyed. Doesn't matter what you gave him, he knocked that character out of the park. And I think his title reign, yes, it was hit by COVID, but I think he would have held the title even throughout COVID. But I think we did lose a lot on what that full championship run would have been. And I would love to see maybe not a longer run, but maybe once we come back running, him have another title run, and we could fully see what that character and what that title was going to do in MPX.
Excuse me. Maybe not even, how Dave Sagan.
Right.
Because he loves to do new characters.
Yes. Whatever new character he's going to come up with, because he's probably got a notebook full of them.
Probably.
My number 2 is Remedy.
Yes.
I love Remedy so much. And I think the Addicts were finally kind of getting what Remedy is and what he's about. And then unfortunately COVID hit, and we just haven't. He himself has kind of pulled out a little bit because of he had an elbow injury and stuff like that. Yeah. So apparently I made you yawn talking about Dave, so I'm so sorry.
It's been a long day. Leave me alone.
Wesley Crane. I know he said he retired, and I know he's put the boots. And I
saw him on a poster for a show coming up in Oklahoma.
I mean, I'm sure he's got some dates that he's going to fulfill. I don't know if he's taking new ones is the thing, because I know there was a big thing in May that he was telling me about. He didn't tell me full details, but he's like, you need to try to be here for this. But I just hope he reconsiders, because his character work is some of the best I've seen in wrestling. Yes. And his mind for wrestling, as far as promos and videos and vignettes and everything he was doing. Obviously in the ring, I thought he was great. It's one of those, and again, it's selfish fan in me, but I hope he reconsiders, because I thought he was on such a high roll. Number 4 is kind of, I would love to see Kari Wright come back, just for the fact, I don't necessarily want to put him with Exodus, but to see that as tag team, I was
going to say, one of the hard things on that one is the fact that, he comes in, he's obviously, straight up a face. Everybody, people love him coming in like that. And Exodus, he is one of our top heels right now. We can't, there isn't really anyone better than him at the moment, except for maybe Sebastian. And I'm saying that as just the fact that they can play off of each other. Sebastian needs to get his stride.
Putting Sebastian in here again.
I give up. I'm just saying, it's like you've got a lot of guys who, they've been running the same gimmick.
Yep.
And it's like, while they're great heels, they're not really top heels anymore. And it's like Sky's a monster. He's a heel. He's heel and everything like that, but he's just a monster. So it's kind of hard to stop him.
I'm telling you right now, Remedy, and it's sidetrack right now, but Remedy Sky would kill it. We had talked about having Angel come in. Angel and Remedy, I think, would be just two big giant badasses going against each other.
Reinforce that ring a couple times.
Yeah. But I mean, and that's the thing. There's always, and these are just our ideas. We know nothing about what management wants or anything. And there's also what the wrestlers want. It's COVID pandemic era. A lot of people don't want to get out.
Yeah. It's like, we might get some of that. We might get none of that. And
right.
it's like,
and the last one, Brent McKenzie.
Oh, yeah.
I miss, I more just miss Big Men, Brent and Big Fitz. I would love to have either one of them back. Because you're looking at Brent McKenzie and the history he has with MPX. And I know he's got his whole thing right now with the company I'm not allowed to talk about because I'll just shit all over it. But, he was, despite, the little asterisk you gave him, he's the longest reigning champion. And I would,
I didn't
really,
give
boss.
an asterisk.
God damn it!
What? Do I want to know?
Yeah, that's exactly what I was like. You had to do it.
Hey, you have your company that you crap all over. I have my vapor company that I.
But
and we both catch heat for it.
Yeah, I would love to see him come back, even if it's just a couple of shows here and there. And again, same with Big Fitz. I miss big guys. We got Schaefer. Schaefer's great. I want more
Schaefer.
Yes, more Schaefer, please. I want
Schaefer. You're also welcome on Mainline anytime you want, because he's just ready and waiting for you.
No, because he might actually punch. He's one of the ones I think might actually punch me. Remedy, Fitz, Brent. Again, big guys, Angel.
Oh yeah.
And these are all big guys that can work.
Yeah. And we've never gotten to see Ocho, so I'd really like to see how he works too.
He's had a rough life.
He's younger than us both.
I know. So
that hurts, man.
What who do you shit on?
I'm not saying.
Yeah,
I'm not saying.
Yeah, you got to. It's a question. It's a question from one of the viewers.
A certain company that thought that they were going to be the next big thing in Dallas.
Oh, EWA.
Yeah.
Yeah, fuck them too.
Yeah, somebody gets on me about that one, and a couple of people actually.
King Smoke's okay with it now. I think he finally realized, right? Surely he realized.
Snake oil.
Yeah, it happens.
Yeah.
It's only been a year and we haven't seen the fucking show they put on, but who knows? Yeah. Anyways.
But apparently 300 plus people did, given free tickets and everything.
I dare say 300.
The thoughts and opinions expressed in this show are that of those who expressing them and do not in any way reflect Metroplex Wrestling, Certified Mark Productions. Oh crap, we are Certified Mark Productions. Never mind on that part.
Side note, just because I've got more fans talking.
I don't have my phone.
I know, that's why I'm doing it. Apparently Izzy would kill Sky. That's wrong. Yes, Aaron Mercer and Luigi Primo should come here.
Yes.
Remedy is great. And I don't want to be drunk, but apparently a new drinking game. Every time you talk about Sebastian, we have to take a shot. No, I don't want to be drunk in 5 minutes.
So, Sebastian Envy. Sorry. Yes, Sebastian is one of my favorites. He's also my friend.
You done yet? Go ahead and take that gulp and swallow.
Welcome to what I dealt with you and Jamie.
No, sir, I'm not that bad.
That's
Hey, real quick,
what he thinks.
Boss, am I bad like that? Like he has been? Did I talk about Jamie way too much?
I don't know. What's the dog tag say for yours?
Hey, that was on you. I didn't actually ask for that.
You're the one who created the hashtag.
Doesn't mean you have to put it on merch. Do you think Tatum put all his hashtags on merch yet? No.
I think he's working on it.
Oh shit! Apparently I did.
Yeah.
No one asked you.
Honestly, I think we're running this one a little long at this point. So, ladies and gentlemen,
We've discussed everything.
Yeah, we have really discussed everything, and thank you for watching and joining us live. We'll see if we're going to do this consistently, or if we might, ask for donations for y'all to be able to watch.
I do kind of like, the fun fan interaction and immediate responses.
Yeah, well, immediate.
Have you ever seen Ocho wrestle?
No, that's why I said.
No.
That's why I said.
He says, answer the question.
I did. We haven't seen Ocho.
Just
haven't had the chance.
We saw a promo and we thought he had a rough life and he was old, and apparently we were wrong.
Way wrong. But yeah. So before this gets any more off the rails, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching MPX Rehab. Make sure you get your tickets for MPX Addicted. The season tickets for January are on sale. What?
Well, and Texas Rumble tickets.
Yes, the Texas Rumble tickets. And you know what? Tomorrow at noon, you're going to get to see the MPX End of the Year Fan Awards. I think we did a really good job
on it. Yes, I think I did a phenomenal job at it.
Yeah.
He says, stop asking for people that you have not seen wrestle.
I just want the whole family there, man. He don't even have to actually wrestle. He could just be on the outside and, they could beat people up together.
Does that mean you want Nastaho there too? He's not allowed.
No comment.
Well, Jamie's gone. I guess he's allowed.
No comment on that one. But yeah, either way, thanks for watching, guys. Get your tickets. Watch the network. And yeah, we'll see you.
I'm going to be on the fucking network. Can you believe that?
Yeah,
it's amazing.
My
name's on it and everything. I actually just got really excited about that. I don't know why.
Dude,
it just hit me.
I've been spazzing about it the past couple of days.
I've seen fucking clips, but it just hit me that holy shit, I'm on the MPX network
I
with
said
my name
it was
and
a
everything.
dream come true, didn't I?
Yeah, and it just hit me. Okay.
Good. Enjoy the moment, man. I'm gonna be watching. I'll probably watch the whole thing 3 or 4 times. Just watching the ad that we got to see. Yeah. It's I think I watched that a dozen times. Just oh my god. So we'll catch you next week, guys. Happy New Year.
See you Saturday.
God be with you. Jerk.
I love having Richard just talk to us the whole time. I know, and I totally forgot. He was like.